Coming in at number 2 on my list is Junji Ito, a master of horror. When you think of Junji Ito, 3 main works come to mind that's most notable: Gyo, Tomie, and Uzumaki. If Uzumaki and Tomie sound familiar, that's because those mangas were actually adapted into the film versions during the Ring or Ringu craze in horror. Tomie is one of the main stories and manga that Junji Ito is known for. Tomie is a story about a young, beautiful girl that seduces several men, and they're so inspired by her beauty. She has these succubus-like powers that just draw them in, that they begin to commit these horrendous acts of violence against each other, eventually killing them and killing her over and over again, only for Tomie to be reincarnated. The mysterious element of this story is they never explain her origins. She just alludes to the fact that she's been around for a long time, and she's going to continue to do it. You might also recognize the second one I mentioned, which is Uzumaki. And Uzumaki in Japanese means spiral. Uzumaki is a seinen horror manga written and illustrated by Junji Ito. And what a seinen horror manga is a manga that's basically published for someone that is able to read kanji, a more mature audience, specifically geared towards adolescent boys and older men. Uzumaki follows a young teenage couple by the name of Kirie and Suichi. And as it starts off, they come across this town, Kurozucho, which I believe means black vortex or black abyss town. And they stumble across this entire town that's just cursed by spirals. The citizens are obsessed with it. In some cases, some of the citizens even spiral themselves. Junji Ito is really into body horror and manipulation. So what he likes to do is he likes to make you feel extremely uncomfortable with very powerful imagery of body dysmorphia and, people disfiguring themselves, and it just is one of those things that gets under your skin the more and more you read it. Though I don't want to give too much away, you do eventually find out that Kirie gets affected by the curse, and her and Suichi have to find a way out of the town. I'll let you discover it on your own, but suffice it to say, some extremely horrific things happen, to say the least. And also one of his more odd but notable pieces is Gyo, and fully titled Gyo Ugomeki Bukimi, which literally means fish and, this is hard to translate, like eerie wiggler or wiggle. And essentially it's about this couple that have to get through this town of these strange fish and metal creatures that were made in labs, and they're powered by something known as the death stench, which sounds really weird and doesn't sound spooky at all, but kind of hokey. But when you read it, it would pretty much surprise you. If you look up any images on Google, it's going to come up with some interesting things. I definitely recommend not doing it while you're at work. Junji Ito was inspired by Kazuo Umezu, who actually published his first manga while he was in high school, which motivated Ito to actually publish his own. Interesting fact about Junji Ito is he actually submitted work in the Gekkan Halloween, who was judged by Kazuo Umezu himself, and it won honorable mention. What really fascinates me about Ito and his work is that he loves chaos, and he likes taking normal, everyday characters and slowly breaking them down. And seemingly these ordinary people start getting these obsessions. And he also really loves, you'll see a lot of deep sea organisms that he uses. He likes, as I mentioned earlier, body horror. And some of the elements you'll notice in his style is he really loves H.P. Lovecraft, sort of breakdown of society, these evil, beings without a cause or anything. He's very cruel with his worlds, which always fascinates me because he seemingly is evil just for the purpose of being evil, honing in on the fact that things just happen and you're its helpless victim. Interesting fact number 2 is Guillermo del Toro actually cited on his official Twitter that Ito was going to be a collaborator for the game Silent Hills, which unfortunately, much to my disappointment and many others, Konami ended just after a year of its announcement. So it was actually going to be Ito, del Toro, and Hideo Kojima. So I'm really hoping that it does get picked back up again, and we'll see. There's been a lot of rumors floating around, but nothing official. So if you guys find out anything, let me know, because I'm really excited for this game and was highly disappointed that it was canned. So why is Junji Ito on my list? Well, there's something highly respectable about a man that had a career, and a promising career, in something as stable as a dental technician, which he actually was very good at, and decided to pour his whole entire self into horror comics. Thankfully for his fans.